Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. So today is a big day. Today I am going, it is the first real day that I am going to work on my flower field, and I am beyond excited. I have been waiting for this day. So as a little recap, I was talking to my neighbor and telling her how I would love some more space to expand my cut flower garden. And what she told me was that she had family close by, about 10 minutes away, that has extra property that they weren't using, and they were so wonderful and so sweet and agreed to let me use a little part of their land just so that I could expand my flower field just for fun, my cut flower garden. So I am the luckiest girl alive. I have wonderful neighbors. There are wonderful people in this world who are willing to do something, that just randomly helping somebody out, and I really appreciate them letting me use their property. So it is a raw piece of land. It hasn't been used in a very long time. Today, my dad and my dad is gonna come help me. He has one of those big, massive trucks that can carry everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go rent a huge tiller and go prepare the soil for planting later on this month. Now, when I went down to the flower field to check on it and kind of measure it, I met with the landowner there. His name is Bobby. He is so wonderful, and he actually took out his tractor and pre-tilled the land for me. So it's already been tilled up, coarsely tilled up, but my dad and I today are going to spend the time finely tilling up the soil, if that makes sense. So it's really hard packed soil, because we've had a drought here all year. It's dry. It is, it's great soil, but it's not really workable. So for the landowner prepping the soil, he just did that as a single pass through so that my dad and I can get in there with a smaller handheld tiller and till the soil up even finer. So that's what our plan is for today. And then if we have extra time, I want to lay down all the drip tubing I have. I'm going to do kind of like a grid pattern, and I'm doing 1/2-inch drip tubing with the emitters inside the tubing. So I have it all planned out. I have it all laid out on a graph paper and all planned out for what seedlings I have. And if my dad and I have time today, I want to lay that out. So they are on their way. They're driving here from Reading. They should be here soon. All I have to do is wait for them to come. So slight change in plans. We decided that I was going to meet my parents at the rental place just to save time, because this place is closer to the flower field and I didn't want them to have to drive all the way across town. So I'm gonna run inside, I'm gonna put my deposit down for the tiller, and then hopefully my dad should be here soon so that we could hook it up to his truck and get to the flower field. Hi Mom, that's a pretty shirt. Everybody, this is my dad Rob.
Hi.
He is helping me out today, and I really appreciate it. Okay, we are all loaded up. The guy showed us how to do it. I am so glad my dad's here. That is a huge machine. So I'm getting in my car and they are going to follow me to the flower field. Okay, so we are here. It's a gorgeous day, and it looks like Bobby came out and tilled it again for me, which is so nice. So he has one of those tillers behind his tractors, and when I came on Friday, he had tilled it once, and it was kind of chunky and everything like that. Looks like he came out over the weekend and did it again. So thank you so much, Bobby. You are awesome. We are going to do another couple passes with the tiller that we just rented, going the opposite way just to really, really break everything down because the soil is so dry. And probably while my dad's doing that, my mom and I will start laying out the drip tubing that I have. So let me show you guys the graph. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see what I wrote down, but let me show you kind of my plans for laying out this whole area. Jason is at work today, by the way, which is why he's not here helping. He wanted to be here, but we have to work, right? All right, so here's all the goodies I brought to work on today. Drinks, of course, drip stuff. Here's my tape measure. And then here is, if I can grab it, here is the paper, which I feel like you guys can barely see it. But basically, right, if you look on the far side over there, the very far side, the far side is right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 lines of drip and then a walkway about 3 feet wide, and then 4 feet wide of the drip with 2 lines for the planting and then a walkway. So each scribbly line is the walkway. And then you can see I have Fama White, Scabiosa, my Asters, my Feverfew. This is a whole row of Snapdragons, Stock, Larkspur, Status, Campanula, you know, and a bunch of other stuff. And then a whole row of Sweet Peas, which I have to put up the support for that. So this is my plan. I have all the drip tubing here. My mom and dad are gonna hopefully help me with that. I think we'll have plenty of time now that Bobby has tilled that. Don't you think, Mom?
Oh yeah.
Plenty of time.
That's
This
wonderful.
doesn't it look good? Oh, I love it. All right, I'm sorry about the sun. It is bright out here. There is no break. This is full sun. Sun from the moment the sun comes up to the moment the sun goes down. These flowers are going to have sun, which is so exciting. Overall, that was so much easier than my dad and I had planned. We had planned a full day with multiple breaks because it was going to be really hard. So thank goodness the landowner came out here and pre-tilled the property with his tractor. I cannot say thank you enough. That was so sweet, so above and beyond. And so really all we had to do, it was the fine tuning work. We got the tiller. You guys saw my dad did most of it. I did a couple passes, but it's a lot harder than it looks. It's like super heavy and you're doing everything you can to hold it still. And you know, it kind of wants to go off to the side. And so you're holding it in the straight way. It's tough. It is a tough thing. I have a solid respect for farmers who do that on a regular basis. So we even had time. My mom and I laid out all the drip tubing. Again, I'm using the 1/2-inch tubing with the emitters in it, and then just laid them out in a grid pattern. Let me show you guys. All right, so you can see we start over here. So the width right here is about 32 feet. And then we actually didn't go all, can't talk. We didn't go all the way down. I wanted to leave some space for my summer flowers, you know, like my spring planted flowers, like sunflowers and zinnias and all that kind of stuff. So there was no need to go all the way down to the end. Plus I didn't have enough tubing anyway. So basically what we did is we put the tubes 2 feet apart, and then I'm going to plant in between these two tubes right here and kind of go like that, I think. And then here's a walkway right here. This is about 5 feet apart. So I'm imagining the flowers are going to kind of grow over to here. So I'll have about 3 feet to walk once all the flowers are grown. And then it kind of just repeats that all the way down. So I have, I think 6 rows, 2 drip tubes each, so 12 drip tubes total for my fall planted cool flower method plantings. So they're all ready to go. All I have to do is I have to put up my Hortanova netting, which is this vertical plastic netting that my sweet peas are going to grow on, and that's going to be on the last row right there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to his system, and I am going to pay him every month for the water I use. So I have a timer on it and everything like that. So don't worry, I'm paying him for, he's letting me use the land for free, but I have to pay him for the water because he's just being so nice. They are being so nice, I should say. So yeah, so this is all done. A huge thank you to my mom and dad for helping me. They are so wonderful and they're so supportive with everything I do, which is so absolutely fantastic. Okay, so again, a big thank you to mom and dad. Thank you guys. It looks fantastic. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.